We're going to Japan! That's right, it's my first trip to Japan, in which we go to Japan as a... well, I'm not exactly sure who we are that's going to Japan. I mean, it'd be good if you could actually customize your character so it would be like yourself and you choose how you'd act. Well, so I'm quite looking forward to this. I have always wanted to go to Japan. I'm hideously ignorant in many ways of Japanese culture, like many Westerners. I enjoy what they produce, but I rarely look sort of beyond the lid. And hopefully this game is going to give us an insight into what life really is like in Japan, and how it seemed to someone going there, which I think is the interesting twist in this. Okay, now, this is very, very important. In order for the game to operate properly, you have to enter the correct rate of exchange, otherwise it will not work. Okay, we seem to be on a plane. We are on a plane, rather pleasant plane. The only sinister thing is I can't see any other passengers, but I can see the luggage. It's no use. My dream is finally coming true. I'd planned to sleep on the plane, so I'd have plenty of energy. I have to say, that is a pretty rubbish dream. I mean, talk about paucity of ambition. Ding dong.
We're now beginning our descent. We ask you to fasten your seat belts at this time.
Hopefully the next line will explain that sound in context, because it doesn't look good. I can't go to sleep now. I don't imagine you can, if the last noise you made is anything to go by. I'm realizing my dream of coming to Japan! Whee! Oh, look, things are moving. Almost... Are we going to get actual animation in this game? Will things move? I know. We've got a photograph of an airport. Once again, there's no one here. This is becoming rather creepy. It's I don't know if you've ever seen the Stephen King-based TV miniseries, The Langoliers. But there is something eerie about this empty airport. I keep expecting to, to find all the pacemakers and bits of metal and fillings from all the patrons littering around on the floor. My beloved Japan. It's getting a bit intimate with Japan. You don't really know yet. I'll be staying with two brothers I met in a chat room, Makoto and Akira. Yes. Now, I have a feeling I can see where this is going. They were so happy to hear I was finally coming to Japan. They invited me to stay in their home while I'm here. This fellow here, Makoto, I presume, has a, seems to have a bit of a chain around the old wrist. That's worrying, could be some kind of convict. And this fellow looks like a South Park character. I suspect that we may have been the victim of catfishing. Now, if you're unaware what catfishing is, it's basically when people on the internet are not what they seem to be. I mean, they purport to be someone else. So there's actually a TV show where these two rather attractive brothers go around and they meet catfish, as I say, are people who have pretended to be other people on the internet, particularly in online relationships, sometimes for the purposes of money, sometimes they just emotionally manipulate people and they get whatever it is people get out of that. Oh, there's a young lady. Ah! Huh? Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but are you Selfsame? I am indeed. Then it is you! Thank goodness. I thought we'd gone to the wrong gate for a minute there. But who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you meeting me here? Oh my, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Makoto. Misaki Makoto. It's nice to meet you. If that's the right thing to say. What? Makoto? You mean you're... Aha, yes. Now the plot reveals itself. And this is... Oh, come on, don't be shy. You have to introduce yourself. Natsu Michu. Meinisu Isu... Oh, I see. She's trying to say nice to meet you, but she's Japanized it. The most interesting thing about this game I think may end up being the attitude of the protagonist rather than what happens around him, because it's just interesting to see how the presumably Japanese makers of this game will think that a Western visitor would think. I see. Right, so we have been confused by Japanese naming conventions, and that has led us to not realising that the two young gentlemen who we were planning to meet are in fact two young ladies. Could be embarrassing, that, particularly if you you had certain plans that involved needing two young gentlemen. But still, we shall soldier on. It really surprised you, didn't it? Yeah. I see. And Makoto and Akira were both girls. Yes, well done, old chap. Well done. Very good. Yes, these are both girls. Very clever of you. Yes, I know it's a bit confusing in Japan because they don't always stick to your traditional perceptions of masculinity when they're illustrating people. But nice you finally caught up. And now that I look at them, they're both super cute. This might be my lucky day. Okay, old chap. Apart from the fact that this young lady over here looks about 12, not really polite, is it? Start having amorous thoughts the first thing you do when you get to a strange country, meet two people. I don't know even how you have time. You're too busy thinking, oh God, I'm in Japan. I have to figure out the correct thing to do, where I'm going to stay and how this is going to go. Now the misunderstanding is cleared up, let's try this again. My name is Masaki Makoto. I'm studying English literature at a university in the city. I look forward to getting to know you. Well, you've come to the right person, Makoto. I know lots of English literature. I've read many, many books. But she seemed so happy a minute ago. Why has she given me the cold shoulder now? She probably just realised what a creep you are, The first thing you think when you see these two young ladies is, ooh, two young ladies, ooh, lovely, Good. Then from now on, I'd like to speak as much Japanese as you can, okay? It seems fair enough, I do hate the British habit of when they're bored just shouting things at people in order to try and get them to understand the language, I want a taxi! A taxi! Why can't you understand? It is annoying. I'm sure people have gone on about that before. I have heard many people complain about that, but it is true as well, Bloody ignorant people, the British, sometimes. Then let's get going. Okay. We are going. Okay, let's get on the old bus or whatever. Oh. Okay, we flashed away from that location to the same location. I have to say, it seems a little unnecessary. To get to our house, first we have to go into Tokyo.
Go into Tokyo? Huh? Isn't the airport part of Tokyo?
I'm afraid not. We're in Chiba, the prefecture adjacent to Tokyo. My God. Now it all comes crawling to the surface. I do like the conveyor belts in airport. I think they should have those in all sorts of stores and malls and things. Not the ones going up, the ones, not like standard escalators. The ones that actually just take you along the floor, so you don't actually have to bother to walk yourself. Listen, do you have a cell phone? You want my phone? Okay, this is going to get suspicious. They're going to want my phone, and then the next question is going to be, does anyone else know you're here?
Huh? This is a card? What the heck?
Are we getting into an impromptu game of bridge now? Isn't that? It's called a suica. Yeah, how should I explain? A prepaid transit card.
Prepaid?
Yes, you top up the value on that card, then touch it to the ticket reader at the station, and it automatically deducts your train fare. Yes, we have those in the UK. We've had them for quite a while. They're called Oyster cards in the UK. Not sure why, but they call them oysters. And the fun thing about them is the thing that actually tops up is the little chip inside the card. You don't actually need the card. So sometimes people cut them out of the card and they put them in things like the end of the plastic toy of the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. Or, I believe one fellow had a Harry Potter wand, and he put the chip in there, so he could just touch the wand to the reader, and it would go beep. Looks like you changed the language on the ticket machine to English. So even non-Japanese speaking tourists can use it. Even idiots like me can use that machine, isn't that wonderful? Sure, I guess I'll add 5,000 yen. Let's see. Press the touch panel, change to English display. Choose amount of charge, insert the money. Whoa, this has been quite specific. This is the kind of thing I might actually find useful in Japan. Anyway, shall we finally head into Tokyo? Oh, jolly good, yes, let's go into Tokyo. I am looking forward to finally going to Tokyo. We are on the way. Stay with us on this crazy train that is my first trip to Japan.